Okay.
Savage.
How's everybody doing? Let's do a quick sound check here, guys. All right. Happy to be here. You know what time it is. It's about to be that time. I want to thank everybody that's in here. Oh, I'm excited. I've been thinking about this all week. I just saw in the chat break next week. Damn. All right. Heading over to One Piece chapters. Let's get this going. Galaxy said, "Since when do live streams have ads?" I didn't put that on. So, apologies ahead of time. They're doing like a really heavy-duty construction in front of my building, so there might be some drilling and things that happen. Jackhammering. I don't know. Red X said, "Love from Indonesia. Happy to have you here." All right. Whoo! Look at the title of this chapter, people. All right. This is Otama. All right. So I'm assuming that Tama and Momonosuke run into each other, maybe, and she gets a handle on one of the Marys, or she just yells out. I don't know. Either way, this is when the message must be projected. Oh, I'm excited. Let me see those Tamas in the chat, guys. Chad Ocho joined the channel. All right. Happy to have you.
Another one.
Well, that sounds like some power washing going on out there. Oh, what did we talk about, people? What did we talk about? Page 1. Page 1. We are seeing the people. I said this was a perfect opportunity for us to start seeing what is going on. All right. I got an error from OBS, so just let me know that we're still connected here, that you guys can hear me, you can still see me, etc., etc. All right. Okay. Wano Flower Capital. Drink up. Sing. Okay. They're all still partying. They're about to see an island heading straight for them. All right. Otoko. Okay. All right. Fire Festival is a celebration that honors the dead. How fitting that this conversation would happen after a bunch of people have died. Yeah. I hope that Daddy can see it. Yeah. Ah, Teguyama Hitetsu. Hey. Yeah. Oh, God. Yep, and then there's Onigashima looming forward. I'm expecting this to be a setup chapter, since we've had so much action and everything lately. But either way, this is exciting. Oh, CP0! CP0, we in here. We in here. What are they gonna say? Okay. 24,000 versus 3,000. All right. Hmm. 20,000 versus 7,000. Okay. It's hard to believe the disparity in manpower is actually shrinking. Bao Long. Savage. They'll finally lose their resolve when their little lord is dead. Yeah, let's go break their spirits. Alright, the same floor. Nami, Usopp, and Otama. The climate tact I invented is talking. Does that make me even more of a genius? It's me, the one they used to call Zeus. Okay. Alright. Why did Oda have to use that panel as the consider these black balls a parting gift? Like that's what he needed to flash back to? New lease on life. He even still has the hat. Look at that. I didn't sign up for an annoying sentient weapon. Ugh. Black Zeus. Black Ball Zeus. Is it the Enel face version of Zeus? Is that what that's supposed to be? Oh wait, Bao Long is getting in front of them? Is this finally the annoying little girl that Usopp is going to fight? Is he going to start sniping those Marys and all of that? Oh, we were talking about this. Alright. Everyone on Onigashima, I've got more news for you. The enemy leader, Momo. Oh! Well, I was not expecting that. Ulti just came in and just dropped Usopp. Whew! Ulti, you better... You just love staying in that trash can, huh? Let go of the goat. She keeps converting our allies to your side one by one. Even Big Mom. Tamatame's mama. Oh, wow. Ooh. Look at what Zeus just did. This is... I like this. Okay. I like this. You can use your tact like usual. I'm just here to help. I'm on the next page here. After Nami just swiped ulti. Okay, alright. Well, there we go. Usopp to the rescue. Satsu, Midoriboshi, Sargasso. Split them up, do it now. Okay, here we go. Zeus looks like his normal self again, that's weird. Okay. Give me a new name, Nami. Cotton. Well, I guess he didn't like that name, huh? It's like, Zeus? Not anymore. Give me a new name. Cotton. Alright, I'm Zeus. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wow. I was like, yo, Nami missed, but then we've got the homing Zeus. The homing homie. Oh, I'm here for this. Nami can't miss now. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, did Bao Wang accidentally announce that the two members of the Flying Six are down? Oh, man. Okay. All right. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Bao Wang, Sama, everybody can hear you. Wait a second. Is that ulti that is inside the Green Star Devil, or did he get Bao Wang? Oh, next page. Yeah, I'm on the next page here with Bao Wang. Usopp got her. Whoo, this is Otama. Oh, revel in it, people. Revel in it. Let me see those Tamas in the chat. Let's get those Tamas in the chat. Let's go. We got a little panel of Beppo just to remind everybody that he's on Onigashima too. Oda loves to do that. There we go. We got the Tamas in the chat. All right. I'm on the next page. Wait. So we don't get to see what Thomas says. Oh boy. All right. Next page. Kaido and Yamato. Straw Hat and Odin's brat are already dead. If you're going to play, you should learn to protect your pieces. That's right. So you think you can leave? That's right. I'm going to sail the seas with Luffy after I drive you out of Wano, Kaido. All right. Yama Gang. The Yama Gang are eaten today. Momo's not dead. All right. There's two ways that Momonosuke can survive. All right. One, he can fly. Right. He's a dragon that can fly. And two, Shinobu has that ninja, parachute thing, glider. So at any moment she could open that glider too. All right. It's not like I'll settle for anywhere else, Yamato. I've been staying here because Wano is special. Okay? Wano is special. Okay. You have no chance against me, just accept your fate and become this country's shogun. Interesting. Luffy is the one Kosuke Oden was waiting for. I'm just gonna hold you off until he gets back. Don't expect me to go easy on you, Yamato. Alright. Okay. Alright. Looking at the colored pages now. Alright, I'm coming over to the chat, guys. Whew.
Another one.
Oh, man. Alright, I'm catching up on the chat. Pedro 6720 said this felt like a short chapter. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Whew. Stephen Brasino, if Yamato holds Kaido off and the monster trio is kept, then we'll have like 4 Admiral level characters in the crew. Okay, yeah. Ola Chow, Randy, do you think it's possible Shinobu accidentally aged Momo last chapter? A lot of people think that because, she can rot and all of that, Shinobu's going to be able to age Momonosuke. And that's been a big thing also, even with Bonnie's power. Everybody wants to see Momonosuke get aged up. I don't like that. And if it happens, I'm not going to be happy with it because he's still going to be mentally an 8-year-old boy, even if he becomes a 28-year-old man. So I'm not big on that idea. I think that she rotted the ground, allowing for their escape, and then Shinobu either activated her glider or Momonosuke turned into a dragon and has to This is like the middle level of Momonosuke getting over his fear of heights, right? Because he's going to be forced to have to do it. Maybe Shinobu's glider gets punctured or something by a rock, and then Momonosuke has to save both of them. So those are things that could happen, and then that leads us to the possibility that we've been talking about since 997 of Momonosuke using his flame clouds to protect Wano by holding up, by combating Kaido's flame clouds. Secondly, also, because Momonosuke fell, he might be able to reunite with Luffy because they're telepathically communicating, apparently. And then Luffy can fly back up with Momonosuke, which would be an epic entrance. So I'm here for that. We got some super chats. Let me get to those. Okay, Brandon King. Thank you. He said, "Cotton the homie eats black balls. Offensive. Not the best. Not Oda's best work. I think that it's definitely stuff that cancel culture can come at him for and find different ways to attack that. I think he could have he could have thought better before doing all that. But maybe it's the translation. Maybe it's different in Japanese, and it's not necessarily. I'm sure Oda's not trying to say anything like that, so I'm just gonna move past that. Enigma Sword, my guy.
Savage.
I can now be like Thanos and sit peacefully while watching the sun come up and seeing the sun rise on Yamato season. Let's go. # Yama for Nakama. I know that, you're definitely one of the most outspoken members of the Yama gang over at the Discord, my man. So, this one was for you for sure. I'm always VV gang and Tama gang, but I'm here for Yamato also. I'm okay with it. So you love to see it. Yamato flat out said, "I'm riding with Luffy." So whether Luffy likes it or not, Yamato's jumping on the Sunny, unless something happens to them. One big dingus.
Savage.
My opinion, Yamato still feels very basic to me. Hates Kaido, loves Odin, pretends to be someone else. I would have expected more for such an important character after 40 chapters. Hopefully the flashback is good. Has it been 40 chapters already? Let's see. Yamato came into play, I think it was at the end of 983, and then revealed 984. We all know I'm not here to do math. It's almost been 40 chapters. Wow. We still, the thing is it's hard to, in the midst of a gigantic war, put character development on someone that is supposed to join the crew so late game, right? Look at what's happening to Carrot. Carrot is basically non-existent. But even still, Oda is finding the time to pepper in the characterization. Once the flashback comes, I think that you'll feel that Yamato is less basic, right? We're gonna be able to explore that, which, could be even the next chapter. We'll see what happens here. I think the flashback is going to be it's going to be great. Has Oda done a bad flashback? I can't think of one. I mean, I guess people could argue Kuina because it's so short, but even that still hits. Shulko Steel, thank you.
Savage.
All Straw Hats have fought Yonko, Whole Cake Island, or Wano. And 3 likely Straw Hats have faced and survived so far. I'm sure that's no coincidence. Yeah, Momotama and Yamato, yep, have all gone up against. Yeah. Is that true? I mean, we did have that chapter where everybody was juggling Big Mom, so I guess I could believe that. Yeah, pretty much everybody has gone up against Big Mom. I mean, even Usopp did in that one chapter. I still love that Brook was the first person in the crew to go up against the Yonko. That's just peak fiction. Crazy Kuma, hey Randy, just came by to listen to you. Thanks for dropping by. Let's see. Very Motivated, has Chrissy read it yet? Do we know what she thinks? I don't know if Chrissy has read it yet, but I could check, and if Mars is asleep, we can bring her back in here. Let's see, we got Geo in here. What's up, my guy? Yamil Diaz, Yamato stowaway. I mean, if he doesn't actually join, then yeah. Ryo said chapter 980 was the introduction to Yamato. Well, probably by name, right? That's probably when Kaido said, "Fetch me my son." But I think it was 983 when the Thunder Bagua against Ulti happened. Conrad said, do you reckon the final chapter confirms Yamato a conqueror's haki? Has the Black Lightning Clash. You mean the final page? Let me see. I mean, that's pretty convincing because it's coming from both angles. I wouldn't be surprised, We got a new monster trio, people. Sorry, Sanji. Let's see. Stew Nuts. What did Zeus mean when he said he can't leave without Mama's powers? Where did that happen? I don't remember that line. Did I skip over that? Oh, that's right. He said, but I can't leave without Mama's powers. Yeah, we might need the official for that. I don't know. But I can't leave without Mama's powers. That is a strange one. I think we're going to need more confirmation from the actual Japanese there. Because I guess, we've seen homies that... sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts about this. Everything in Whole Cake Island, all of those homies and everything, they're everywhere. The forest, all that stuff. Big Mom left. Are you going to tell me that all of those homies don't, just turn back into trees and different things like that green tea and all that stuff, and she's going to have to turn them back in. Like, she needs to be within a certain radius of all of her homies. That doesn't make sense to me. So, you know, based on that, Zeus should be fine without being within proximity of Big Mom. Enigma Sword.
Savage.
I obviously now feel very certain about Yamato joining the Straw Hats as a crewmate, but I'm also certain with Mama and Tomo joining as apprentices too. I hate to say it, y'all, but Carrot probably ain't joining the Straw Hats. A man spitting. Yeah. We're getting Yamato, getting the apprentices, Tama and Momo. You know, Carrot could join, but it's the least likely of them all. Oda has chosen not to focus on her. You know, I mean, look at all of the focus that Yamato's been getting, Tama's been getting, Momo's been getting. You know, Tama and Momo for the entire arc, Yamato all of Onigashima, and Whole Cake Island just is not enough basis yet. You know, she may... You know, who knows? Maybe Wanda takes up Pedro's will and, like, starts up a new... you know, because Pedro had the Nox Pirates. So either, you know, Wanda could restart that, or Carrot could restart it, but then it would be like the Dawn Pirates. I've talked about this, because Nox is Latin for night. But Aurora is Latin for dawn, so it could be, you know, the Aurora Pirates, you know, kind of keeping in that method. And then Carrot would just stay with Wanda. If Inuarashi, you know, dies and Nekomamashi takes over all of Zou, you know, there's going to be a little bit of a power vacuum. The Minx may need some extra attention there. I don't know. Enigma Sword again. All those saying Yamato's too strong to join the Straw Hats. The crew's going to need that power going forward. Facts. And Luffy may need a strong sparring partner for it. That's a good point. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I mean, we're going to go up against the Blackbeard Pirates, guys. We're going to go up against the Admirals. Like, this is... We need people like Yamato. We need people like Jinbei. The rest of the Straw Hats have to learn hockey. They need upgrades. This Zeus thing for Nami is fantastic. So, you know, let's see what happens. One Big Dingus.
Savage.
Do you think Robin will get captured by Kaido Big Mom? So the way that I really want to see it, right? When you go back to the scene in the whale tree, right, where Robin says, "I feel comfortable with people coming after me because I have strong friends to protect me." So I would like, in an ideal world, I'd like to see them try to capture Robin, right? And they don't succeed. The crew is able to protect her, right? So we get this moment of Eni's lobby, you know, in reverse, where now they actually did protect her. That's what I'd like to see. Now, I expect Blackbeard to capture Robin. If anybody's going to capture Robin, it's going to be Blackbeard. And especially with Aokiji there and, like, working with Blackbeard, there'll be someone within the ranks that protect her, you know, keep her safe in the meantime. And that's either going to be by Blackbeard doing it by force or through a Davy backfight, you know, to have that all come full circle with the Davy backfight arc. But I don't see it happening from Kaido and Big Mom. And also, you know, if Pudding awakens her third eye and all of that, they don't need Nico Robin. And it doesn't seem like Kaido is really after Nico Robin. It really seems like more of a Big Mom thing. Kaido seems to... If you go back to the panel where Kaido is, you know, talking to Big Mom about essentially Pudding, right? He doesn't seem shooken by all of it. He's just like, wait, don't you have somebody who can read the poneglyphs? He makes it seem like, well, I can read mine because I've got somebody that can do it. So, you know, that's where people like Bao Wang or Who's Who, come into play. We still who still could be a third eye tribe member that hasn't been deconfirmed. So, and if his third eye is awakened, then he can read the poneglyphs and all this. So there's a lot of ways to go about it. Lucy B said Carrot can keep eating grass. Yeah, grass gang. Abdullah Muhammad, thank you.
Savage.
What does Kaido mean by Wano is special? Well, there's a lot of things that have been hinting that Wano is special for a long time. Everything sort of converges. It's, it's even just the fact that it's so difficult to enter Wano, right? Like, it almost seems man-made or, like, ancient weapony, like all of those whirlpools and everything. Like, there's got to be some sort of a way to stop that. And then that's how you open the borders, right? You have to get rid of those whirlpools or something, maybe. Wano has to have some sort of a tie to the ancient kingdom. Kaido must know something that Rocks knew or discovered. There has to be something that we'll get from the God Valley flashback that may tie into Wano, and let us, clue us in as to why Wano is special. Wano had one of the 4 road poneglyphs. So, these are things you gotta think about. Keyboard Cat.
Savage.
Flashback next chapter? What else can Oda set up? It seems like the flashback will happen next chapter. If we follow this Tama thread, we'll see the other, all the gifters start to switch sides, and everything will start to look good until, Queen catches on, because Queen has been, he's been catching on to Tama's ability for a little bit now, right? You go back to a lot of the Queen dialogue before the fight started. He was thinking about talking about Banuki and everything in Udon, and it's like, there's got to be someone on their side that can manipulate people. If he figures out that it's Tama, then he'll probably go after that. And that also gives Sanji an opportunity to protect Tama, protect Nami, all of that. I'd like to see some more stuff with the live floor, of course, but if Oda wants to end the act at 10:18, we need to get that flashback to have the proper structure of beginning with a little prologue, flashback, do the whole act, end with a flashback, and then an epilogue. Then go into the act break, come into Act 4. Bunch of super chats here. Thanks, guys. Wheezy Bird.
Savage.
Joy Boy Theory is going to predict Wano is going to pull a Return to the Jedi ending to perfection. So everybody's going to have a party and there's going to be a bunch of Force ghosts. What part of the Return of the Jedi is ending is going to... has Joy Boy already talked about this? Like, he already said something about comparing it to the Return of the Jedi? Because I know that I've been drawing comparisons to some of the folklore about ghosts and stuff, and people have been commenting that Joy Boy's been talking about that. I haven't seen what he said yet, but I'm sure it has to do with the Fire Festival and everything that has to do with spirits and things like that. Do I really think that ghosts could happen? No, but I mean, Oda's been doing a lot of weird stuff with folklore to where it could potentially happen. You see things like what happened to Denjiro. You see things like what, Onimaru and other things that aren't necessarily fruit related, but are just folklore based and just seem very out of place, even for One Piece. Leaves it open to the possibility of spirits and things like that. But let me know more about that. Pro DLC. Thank you.
Savage.
Roger wanted Ace to be Joy Boy. Kaido came to Wano because he wanted Yamato to be Joy Boy, or play the role Momo was destined to play in Wano. It's possible. I mean, Roger, of course, wanted Ace to be Joy Boy. And I think that there's some sort of a tie there to whatever the prophecy is, will leave it very vague as to who Joy Boy was supposed to be, but it, just probably said something along the lines of, it's somebody's son, something like that, and that obviously led Roger on his journey, led Odin to his beliefs, led Kaido to his own beliefs. But the thing is that you can't fabricate or manifest a destiny. Destiny just happens. So, Nasarge, thank you.
Savage.
This is Otamo, was I guess the most important line in the chapter. If Orochi has heard it through some Mary, he might finally look for his daughter. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that. And I saw something online where people were suggesting that Otoko could be Orochi's daughter. Now with all of the facts coming through from the Viva card. And, that would be interesting as well. But, it's like, it would be another case of me, knowing something that happened, but Oda, went ahead and flipped it, if that ends up happening. But I'm here for it. Let's get that reveal. I need it. Ruski.
Savage.
Saw your Kiku vid recently, and it made me think that the 10 current Straw Hats will be the 10 plates that will be Kaido and let her rest. That's interesting. Yeah, if Kiku ends up, coming back as a spirit based on the Okiku folklore, that's interesting, yeah. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to dive too deeper into that unless we actually do get a spirit. Then I'll take the folklore to the max and start to come up with ideas of how Oda's going to actually use it. Let's see. Gias Studio.
Savage.
Could an awakened third-eyed tribesman intercept Luffy and Momo's telepathic conversation, since they also have the Voice of All Things ability? Well, that would be a special type. I mean, if it's meant to be a private conversation, but I guess the Voice of All Things would be the Voice of All Things. I think we would just need more information on the ability of the third-eyed tribe. And we just don't have that. Piccolo from Namek said, is Act 3 supposed to be the longest? Traditionally, if we're doing the 5-act structure. Yeah. By Slow, thanks for joining the channel. What if we don't defeat Kaido and Onigashima, but it'll be part of the final war, or Kaido will be defeated on another island? Wano could be like Water 7, and the fight after that would be like, I guess you're talking about Eni's lobby. So I've suggested that a lot. I don't think that Kaido's going to get beaten on Onigashima in the first place. If he's going to get beaten, it's going to be on Wano, right? But there is a world. I don't necessarily feel like we're going in that direction now, but there is a world where Kaido, based on 985 and his proclamation that he'll go out and get the ancient weapons, if Oda wants to go down that path, Kaido and Big Mom leave, they go and get the ancient weapons. Caribou tells them, about Shirahoshi. Big Mom, knowing Fisherman Island, having had ties to, that being her territory and everything, could go and capture Shirahoshi. Then it's all part of the final war. We keep going, we keep going, we keep going. That's in a scenario where the raid traditionally fails, as most want it to happen. If it fails, that's what happens. But I think that there is also a more likely world where Kaido does get beaten here, but Big Mom does not. And then still, Caribou tells Big Mom and all that other stuff happens. Chrissy's in the chat. She said, as soon as I said her name, Marshall woke up from his nap. So I guess we're not getting Chrissy today, guys. Sorry. Dred Scott.
Savage.
What happened to Denjiro? There's two options for Denjiro. One, he's gonna, if Hiyori is the storeroom person, he's gonna run into Hiyori and have a conversation with Hiyori. Two, maybe more likely, is he's going to find his way to the Sasaki and Frankie battle and help turn Sasaki to our side. And that may also be, close to when we find out that Sasaki is Kokoro's son, because I'm still on that. I want that. So those are the only real two options I see for Denjiro. Oda can always go in another direction, but those are the most likely that I see. Yanasawa.
Savage.
Theory. Toki has sent someone else from the past to Wano, and she went 20 years ahead to prepare something. That is maybe the reason of being too early. There's a lot of things that can tie into Toki's power. And that's stuff that we're going to get when we eventually get that Void History flashback, right? Because eventually, at some point, we have to see Toki jumping from the past. What made her jump from the past, leading up to the moment where she meets Odin, right? And she was getting ready to jump again, which ties into what you're saying. Maybe she was looking for a certain point in time, right? But then decided to stay because, Odin convinced her. She realized that was the path that she wanted to take. But it is possible that Joy Boy is actually Joy Boy, right? And it is the one singular person that was already propelled into the future to fulfill a prophecy. So, instead of seeing Joy Boy in the past, we may see the actual Joy Boy in the future from the past, head starting to herd. That's just a possibility. Tinfoil. Wheezy Bird.
Savage.
Basically, Joy Boy said the alive characters will see the loved ones in the afterlife for closure. I compare it to Star Wars because Luke sees Anakin. Yeah, and it'll also be like the end of Happy Gilmore. Yeah, I could see that. I'd be okay with that. Kagemusha, if Odin knew Joy Boy was going to be Luffy in the future and wrote it in his journal, then what about Rayleigh? Does all of the Roger crew that went to Laugh Tale know Luffy going to be Joy Boy? I don't think it's specifically in Laugh Tale. I don't think it says Monkey D. Luffy is going to, be born on this date and he's going to unite the world. I think it's very vague. And it's not really until we get to the end that we're going to be able to realize all of the little clues that Oda had peppered in the whole time. And see that this line referenced that, this line referenced that, And that's the beauty of storytelling when you know the ending, right? There's too many stories out there where the author starts writing and doesn't know the ending, so can't properly foreshadow what's going to happen. You can have all of these other paths and things, streams crossing, overlapping, going this way, that way, and all of that. But as long as you know the ending, they all reach the same point. Jin said, why do you think Kanjuro was the one that took Yasuye's body? I was definitely expecting to see Kanjuro using Yasuye's hair as his brush, because we know that he collected hair for his brushes back, in the flashback. But it may be something that we see in the anime. We may see that his sword now has a blue brush on the end. And it's just something that Oda couldn't, actually point out, and it'll just be an anime thing that's ooh, savage. Gum Diesel, thank you.
Savage.
It's clear now. Yamato will change his dad's heart. He will travel with Luffy to marry Joyce to get his giant straw hat. Kaido is the next straw hat member. No, I do not. I do not think that Kaido is going to be the next straw hat member. But that hat that Imu has would probably fit Kaido. Very motivated.
Savage.
Yamato has confirmed the first of the final 9 to make it to the roof. Who do we think may show up for a second to back up Yamato until Luffy gets there? Do we necessarily need backup right away for Yamato? I think that this is going to be a Yamato versus Kaido soul thing until we get in and out of the flashback. I don't necessarily see anybody coming to help him as he fights Kaido yet. And a lot of the fights downstairs have to progress and finish before we're going to get more people up there. Silvers, thank you.
Savage.
Didn't know you from Washington Heights, had family there, and was there tons growing up. Probably seen each other, never knew. Small world. Stage play is awesome, can't wait for the movie. So he's talking about In the Heights, so shameless plug. I worked on the film before the pandemic, back in July of 2019. I am from Washington Heights, where the movie takes place. We actually shot, on streets that I walked on when I was a kid, and all of that. So yeah, I'm from the Heights, man. Inwood and all of that, and it was a great opportunity working on that film. Being able to give back to the community and all of that. A lot of my family is Latino and all of that, so it was it was special in that way to give back. We're all mixed, mostly Irish, but yeah, check the movie out. I'm about halfway through. I've been doing it in parts, But I'm loving it so far. So that's just a sidebar, guys. In the Heights is out now. It's on HBO Max. Tanyasha said, "Hey Randy, just join in now. Rewatching the stream from the start. All right, see you when you catch up." Viraj, thank you.
Savage.
Will Otama be able to broadcast her message, or will Queen, who's down there, stop her? So Queen's not going to be able to stop the message, right? Because if it's broadcasting, it's broadcasting. There's too many Marys. There's too many animals that have the thing. So, but this, we knew that. We talked about it last week, that the message would have to be broadcasted through the Marys in order to get to everyone, right? Because not all of the beasts that Tama had tamed were on the live floor, right? Daifugo was like on the 4th or the 3rd floor or something, and Gazelle Man was on a different floor, and they were each all giving the gifters dangos. So having it happen this way gets the message throughout all of Onigashima and turns the tide. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to clue Queen even more, right? Because once they all flip, it's going to be the final piece into that thing that he's been trying to figure out. So once he sees Tama, he's going to think, oh, well, if I knock her out, maybe that'll save everything. But what he doesn't know is that Kaido already did that and it didn't work, right? In Act 1, Oda already showed us that Tama can get knocked out and her power still works, which is not, so sugar rules do not apply here. And we know this because Speed came, was able to have a conversation with Luffy and still under the control of Tama. But Tama was out, needed to recuperate, all of this. So that's, there's no stopping this message. Brandon King.
Savage.
What if Emu is tiny and the hat's normal size? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, but that's funny. Catching up on the chat. Demon Gunner 7, thank you.
Savage.
There's so many characters up for being new crew members. Is Luffy going to have a realization that he needs more help, or will Luffy have an opera moment and make all the survivors part of the crew? An opera moment? I need more clarification on what you mean by opera moment. Because I don't think you're talking about Charlotte Opera. But, I mean, we're not going to get a whole crew of all of the survivors. I mean, Wano will continue to be allied by Luffy, and Luffy, by the end of it, will, of course, make Wano his territory, right? So, there may be a bunch of Wano ships that fly in for the final war under Luffy's command and all of that. Grand Fleet type stuff. But, like, official crew members, we'll get Yamato. And then Tama and Momo will be apprentices. Carrots up in the air. And then Vivi's going to be back before Elbaf for sure. So we'll have Vivi and Karu. Salsa con salsa.
Savage.
Thanks for helping bring my culture to the big screen. I had a very, very small part of that, so thank Lin-Manuel for that. He's the one that wrote it, and then, got the movie on, and then, John Chu, he did a great job with the direction and all of that. I was just happy to be there, and help it with the, yeah, man. Will Zeus be a permanent companion of Nami's, or do you see a death for the homie? So if Big Mom dies, then yeah, Zeus dies, right? But I think that Zeus will be a companion for a while. I think that Big Mom has a role to play in Elbaf, so Zeus will be with Nami at least until then. And if Zeus dies, there's going to need to be some other sort of power-up for Nami, you know? If Big Mom dies, then, I want Nami to eat her fruit. That's the way for... in that respect, there's a way for Zeus to stay with her no matter what, right? Whether Big Mom dies or not. All Nami has to do is eat the fruit. But Zeus will be here for a while. Zeus is going to Elbaf. God Usopp.
Savage.
This is in reference to Brandon King's thing. Ibu is a tontada confirmed. That's funny. Let's see. That jerk-ass bard.
Savage.
I'm waiting till we know more of what's written in Odin's journal. If it says too much, I think Luffy will reject it, and Yamato, a la Zeph and Sabaody. So that's very true. That's true. Luffy doesn't want to know the end. So I think that could be a interesting character quirk for Yamato, right? They start getting somewhere, and Yamato begins to be like, "Oh, this is just like the prophecy. This is about to," and even Momo's like, "Oh yeah," and then Luffy just like puts rubber hands from across the screen and just covers their mouth. I don't want to know. No spoilers. Yeah, because we've seen it countless times, right? Luffy didn't want Zeph's logbook. He didn't want to know anything from Rayleigh. Said that he would stop his journey if he knew. So we're going to get another moment like that. Because Luffy's going to have to make it clear to Yamato that Luffy doesn't want to know. It's exactly why, when Chrissy and I went to see Stampede, before it even, got to the end of the movie, I was like, Luffy's going to get that log pose and he's just going to break it. He's not going to take that thing. And then, of course. And that was like the most one of the most in character things in that movie. So, yeah. Dizza the Ghost.
Savage.
Idea for a break stream. One Piece trivia with guest, chat, or best hidden details in the background throughout the story. So best hidden details, that's interesting. I mean, I feel like that was also covered through the foreshadowing stream, because those were, the hidden details are elements of foreshadowing in a way as well. One Piece trivia would be fun, but I don't have the time myself to put it together. That's a lot of manpower to put something like that together. All the questions and everything, and set it up and get the guests involved. I did a One Piece trivia once with what was it? Studio Alex and Tekking 101. I think Sensei Inc. put it together, and they never put the VOD up for that, but it was a lot of fun. But, respect to Studio Alex, I think he put all the questions together. Najib Mukim said, I enjoyed the Nami and Zeus attack way more than I thought I would. It was the highlight for me, but everything Kaido says is also a highlight. So when Zeus became a homie, that was That was excellent. Yeah, I'm right with you, Najib. All right, catching up on the chat. Give me a second here. Okay, enter a name.
Savage.
I see Queen's Oshiruko pot replaced with Kibi Dangos. Forgive Ulti. That's what you think's gonna happen? I can't forgive Ulti. I can't. Ulti's staying in the trash. H4 Nauta. Don't know if it's already answered. Was gone for a bit. Is Bao Long with the CP0? So that's interesting, right? Because CP0 was heavily invested in conversating with all of the Marys. So I wonder if that's a power that they have or something that they gave to Kaido, or we need to understand how that works in the first place. So we need that. Whew. King J said, any idea about Tama's announcement, Randy? So Tama's giving a command to all of the gifters. It's being sent all throughout Onigashima so that they're going to all turn to the side of the Alliance. That's what the announcement is. Whew. Chin said next week's stream topic. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. Drop your ideas in the chat, guys. Mr. Venator said, oh my god, Nami can fly now. Did we see that? Did that happen? I mean, that would be pretty great. I just paged through the chapter, so it hasn't happened yet, but I'm here for it. You know, the idea that the second that Tama gives her announcement that we cut to Sanji, right? That that implies that something. I feel like Sanji's going to play into whatever's going to happen to Tama, and that's good because we haven't seen Sanji and Tama interact yet. So we need that. Najib Mukim, do artificial devil fruits take away the user's ability to swim? I forget. Well, we've never seen Momonosuke fall into the ocean, so that's a good question. I don't remember ever seeing Momo in the water. If I'm wrong, let me know. And we've never seen a smile in the water either. But I would think I don't know. That's actually a really good question. Piccolo from Namek said, once Tama gives the announcement, Queen will go after her. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Very motivated said, break week stream topic, chapter 22. It haunts me. I need to know how it relates to the end game. Is that the Gaimon chapter? I'm just assuming. I'm assuming it has to be there. Stream topic, Ryo said, possible sequels, prequels, or side stories. That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know how long we could talk about things, but I mean, it would be a fun community discussion, I guess, to get everybody. I would have to think about it, but that's it's possible. Ness One Us said arc ranking stream. I'd have to figure out how to do screen recording, screen capturing, and then put it onto the. Because I've never done that yet. Because I know a lot of people when they do like ranking things and all. I mean, it's not like my it's not really my thing or necessarily. I mean, I'll do it. Enough people want it, but I've never done one like that. I gotta figure it out. AJ 1218, my guy.
Savage.
Tom is gonna bust out a freestyle rap, no orders, just bars, straight bars. Entire island goes crazy. Her and Kaido fight via rap battle. Tama kills Kaido with a rap. TTK comes back. TKK. I'm here for it. Let's go. Thrown Out Fable said, stream topic, future for the Straw Hat, future for the supernova in the story. That's interesting. Barry Motivated said, yes, the Gaimon chapter. I don't think we can fill a whole stream talking about the Gaimon chapter, but I think the idea of the Gaimon chapter, right, is that, and then this ties into the whole East Blue theme, right, is that treasure can be more than just monetary gain. So here, Gaimon was, on that island for so long and had sort of assimilated into this life, found a home with all of these strange animals, and found peace, right? But the reason that he was there was because of the chest. But after a while, it wasn't about the chest anymore. He was protecting it. But he kind of had a feeling that there was nothing in there, so he didn't want to know if there was nothing in there. And sure enough, there was nothing in there. So it was more important for him to revel in the enjoyment and just appreciate the life that he had created for himself. He didn't want to come out of the box. He's just like, I'm comfortable here. I got all these strange animals. I'm good. It's kind of weird, but hey. If he's happy, he's happy. And that ties into the greater theme about, treasure within the East Blue Saga. We get that in Orange Town with Shushu and the pet food and the pet store. That's when Nami kind of clues in how Luffy views treasure, because Luffy's treasure is his hat, right? But as it develops, we start to understand that Luffy's treasure is actually his crewmates. And the Gaimon chapter just sort of focuses in on that, and is a companion piece to sort of have that moment hit in Arlong Park when Luffy takes what he has been hyping up to be his treasure, which is his hat, and puts it on Nami, signifying that she is the treasure. So that's what he's trying to protect. Gaimon's treasure that he's protecting now are the animals. Kermit D. Frog.
Savage.
I'm starting to think I Am Odin is a trauma response. Can't help but imagine an 8-year-old kid channeling his hero before taking a Bagawa to the dome.
That was from Kermit D. Frog. Yeah. So we've talked about this, and I if I get the time, I really want to put out a video where I put out my thoughts on rocks and what that whole flashback could be and what the Yamato and Kaido flashback could, entail. And I think with a break week, this is the perfect opportunity to sort of get that out there before any sort of spoilers, if the flashback happens next week, that can sort of contradict or go along with what I have to say. But yeah, I think that there is a trauma, but I also think that, and this goes back to a point that, forgive me, it was one of the super chats. I'm not sure who was talking about it, but they were talking about how Roger believed that Ace would be Joy Boy and Odin maybe thought it was Momonosuke and all of that. And I think it just has to. I think that there's something in there about I've had the thought about that as well. That maybe it just says that it was someone's son, and that Kaido might have even beat the idea into Yamato that they are male. Kaido wanted a son because he's obsessed with the idea of Joy Boy, right? So maybe it was, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Yamato. I'm just thinking, like this is a possibility, right? Because Kaido is the one that introduced us to the idea of Yamato being male. So maybe it's Kaido that is upset that he had a daughter when he wanted his offspring to be Joy Boy. So, and then Yamato being raised to believe that they were male, goes along with that, and then instead of identifying with anything, identifies with Odin and accepts all of that. In a video and all that, I'd structure it way better, but that's just off the top. So yeah. Lou Patterson.
Savage.
An offering for trauma-informed Kermit D. Frog. I'm seeing everybody laughing at the Kermit thing. Catching up on the chat. Ryo said, Randy's top 30. You really want my top 30? What, like power scaling? Just do the whole thing. I would have to figure out a way to do the stream, with the speed up. There just needs to be a constant zoom on me as I'm talking. Number 30, 29. Very Motivated said, oh my God, it's going to be Randy's first Father's Day. Yeah, it's coming up. And I'm reuniting with my mother tomorrow. She's going to be with us for the rest of the month, so she's going to be here for my first Father's Day. That's great. After COVID separated all of us, so she's going to get to meet Mars, and it's all. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. Giovanni Velez, will you make a Chrissy emote, please, with a tinfoil tiara? Gotta find the right image. Silver said in Zoe, Momo was in the water and Nami saved him. Was that during the rain eruption? Yeah. Oh, no, actually, right. During the when Sheepshead was attacking them, right? Yeah. I want to go back and look at that chapter. Thanks, Silvers. Mango Mark. Maybe the real treasure's the friends we made along the way. Pedro. That would be interesting for your next stream. Lessons learned from each act or certain chapters. I think people would have to sort of just bring something up, and then I'd have to kind of think about it, because I just coming off of it from the top, I don't know. Jen said, random impression like that? Come on, Randy, we need more. Well, the guy's name was Kermit D. Frog. How am I supposed to not do the whole super chat in Kermit's voice? Kevin Fox, stream idea. Every 10 minutes, it's a new Randy impression. Joy Boy is Kermit. Kermit is emo. Serious question, is Joy Boy gendered? Who knows, right? I mean, that's why I love the idea that it could be Shirahoshi, it could be Vivi, it could be anybody. Maxo, Kermit is canonically trauma-informed, probably. Brandon King, stream idea. Devil fruits you want to see before the story ends. So off the top of my head, I can only really name about like 5 things that we maybe like haven't seen that I'd like to see. You know, I think I've talked about it before, like a wood fruit, a paper fruit, water fruit. I don't know. I forget the other ones. Bro, we haven't even seen Yamato's fruit yet. Yeah, that's coming though. Let's see. Giovanni said, congrats, that's awesome. Renee, Father's Day, thank you. And Lou Patterson said, have a good time with Mom. So, really looking forward to it, yep. Jolly D. Joe Star said, Mars better give you a Father's Day present. Brawley Savage, Kurizumi, Shiki thoughts. So, I would love the idea for Shiki to play a role in Wano. And I'd love for him to be like someone in the background of all of this, you know, because his whole thing was about 20 years, beasts, all of this stuff. Like, I'm expecting Kaido to, you know, in the Rock's flashback to probably have to sort of see eye to eye with Shiki, because they're very alike. Ryo said, what's the lesson learned from Long Ring Long Land? I think the theme of Long Ring Long Land is it probably has to do with everything with Chopper, you know, handling things like a man. That obviously, you know, like most arcs are about, you know, your friends are important, you know, because that's the rescue Chopper arc, right? And, you know, that's even more enforced once Aokiji shows up. But then, you know, there's something to be said about the groggy ring part and all of that, that even people that don't get along can work together and achieve heights unreachable before. Conrad said, gotta head out. Thanks for the stream today. It's been a ton of fun. Appreciate you dropping by, Conrad. Thanks. D. Bigby, any favorite weapons so far in the story? What would be my favorite weapon? Honestly, like, if I was ever going to get, like, a prop weapon, like an actual, you know, like, something, like, full size or something to, like, kind of add to the shrine here, I'd probably just get a Wado Ichimonji, right? Like, I love the emphasis that's put onto that one sword. So I would say that is, you know, probably my favorite. But I also really love the peacock slashers that Vivi has. It's just a unique weapon. I've never seen anything like it in another cartoon or anime, so that would be my other favorite. Very Motivated said, a pizza fruit. We haven't seen a pizza fruit. We have not. Ryo said, Randy's really struggling. I'm struggling with what? What am I struggling with? Kermit D. Frog. I guess this is a request to talk in the Kermit voice.
Hey everyone, Kermit D. Frog here. Kaisaku Oni Ori Wanaru. Woo! Kano Yumi wo Kakiyatsume Sagashimono Sagashini Yuku no Sa One Piece.
There you go. Have fun with that, guys. Enter a Name said the theme from Davy Backfight is losing your Nakama. Yeah, I mean, that's one of them, right? You know, and like fighting to get him back, and then that kind of flows into, you know, it's like a lighthearted entry to losing a crewmate, and then having to deal with the serious pressures of that in the following arc. Enigma Swords said, save these sound clips. Oh, man. You know, I was so upset because Muppet Babies, right, was on Disney Plus or something. I can't remember. Chrissy and I were trying to figure out something for Mars to watch, right? And I remember watching Muppet Babies as a kid, and I was like, oh, man, Muppet Babies. I was like, yeah, let me put this on. And it was not the Muppet Babies. They remade it or whatever, and like they changed the song and all the voices, and it didn't have the same. And they didn't have the old version either. I gotta find the old version. Like, that's what I would want to play. You know.
When your world looks kinda weird and you wish that you weren't there.
AJ, my guy.
Savage.
Troll stream. Get a green screen. Get a Naruto backdrop. Wear a headband. Open with cringy music. For 30 minutes, pretend to be a Boruto stream. Do all the bad streaming things. Power scale. What if fights. So, I don't know if I've ever revealed this, but, like, I've never watched Naruto. So, like, I don't... I mean, I read, like, maybe 10 chapters and watched, like, maybe 5 episodes of it in the 2000s. And it did not grab me. I was like, yo, I'm watching One Piece, and it is way better. No offense to the Naruto fans and all of that, you know. I'm sure there's, like, good parts of it or whatever, but I don't know. It just didn't grab me. I found Naruto to be too whiny of a protagonist for me to really find some enjoyment in it. And also in the 2000s, it was there was a rivalry, while all of the the big three were going on, and it was like if you were a One Piece fan, you couldn't be an outspoken Naruto fan, and if you were an outspoken Naruto fan, you couldn't be a One Piece fan or anything like that. So when it came to choosing sides, I chose my side. And I never went back. But that would be that's a really funny idea, AJ. And if I knew anything about Naruto, I'd do it. Giovanni Velez, Randy's theme by now is Baby Shark. I am not showing Baby Shark to Mars. Chrissy and I have talked about that. Like, that's just not... Like, we got some, like... And we see eye to eye on it, too. We got some strong no's for, like, things we're going to show. So, Baby Shark is up there. Kalu or Calio, whatever that thing is. Peppa Pig, not showing them none of that. So far, it's a lot of Sesame Street. We've watched Batman the Animated Series. We've watched some One Piece. We've watched... just to have something in the background, I've been like rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho because Chrissy's doing the... she started Hunter x Hunter. We have to continue it. She's only on like episode 2 or 3, but it's just hard to find the time. We'll have more time once my mom gets here. But I just wanted something in the background and like while I'm with him, and I'm watching the dub of it just so he can hear English. By Slow said, yo, Randy, I think Luffy's going to fly back to Onigashima on Momo's back. With that, Momo will overcome his fear of heights and also be a callback to the scene in Punk Hazard. Yeah, so I talked about that a little earlier in the stream, and I see that as a very strong possibility. And I think that, I'm just imagining that panel, right? Total recreation of when Luffy had Momonosuke in his dragon form wrapped around his body and all that, and he's just like smoke appearing, but maybe he's in Gear 4th now or something, right? And he just pulls up to Kaido. Kaido sees Momo as a dragon for the first time, and maybe Momo already laid all of the fire clouds, the flame clouds underneath, and they're starting to get the upper hand on him for a second. That'd be great. Harry J said, what about Bleach? So I couldn't get past... I did get past. I got to the Soul Society arc. I was watching Bleach weekly when it came out in the early 2000s. Fan subs were coming out, and I was watching it weekly. And by the time we got to the end of Soul Society and into that next arc, which I think was filler, and it was like about vampires or something, I lost interest. And I was starting to lose interest at the end of Soul Society because it was just, there were too many ridiculous things happening. I was like, why are these two people fighting? This makes no sense. This is just so it's cool. It's just doing things to be cool. Chrissy's in the chat. Yeah, we've been watching Star Wars, Back to the Future. I watched Terminator with him, which some people may have an issue with, but that's my favorite movie, and I watched it when I was a kid too, so. He's in there. He's watching my favorite movie. Watching all of our favorite movies. AJ,
Savage.
Not watching Naruto makes the idea better. Yeah, so I just go in there and I just start talking about the. I'll just have the wiki up and I'll be like, yeah, this guy and this. Or you just come up with fake names for everybody. Jen said, "Randy, do you like Hisoka?" I think his design is amazing, and I think certain elements of his character are great. But then there's, of course, the element of his character that is just like, whoa, what is going on here? So he is. That's a tough question to answer, because it's like I do like him, but then I also feel like I need to stand back. Let's see. Maxo, my guy.
Savage.
Randy, how do you feel about sports manga and anime? So I watched Prince of Tennis. A little bit of that. I don't necessarily watch like shows about sports for the most part. So I never really got into too many sports anime. I know that Slam Dunk is, highly regarded. And I think that if I was ever going to get into another one, that would be the one that I would try. With anime, I usually, I think, stick to shonen series. Yeah, Chrissy loves Bleach. Kaizuko oni ori wa naru to, said Brandon King. That's funny. Catching up on the chat. Enigma Sword said, "Batman the animated series is what I will show my kid." Yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna have that. I'm having that on replay. The one thing that I really want is I want streaming services to give me an ability to sort of just create a shuffle of certain things. I'll just pick it and then I can just turn the TV on to the things that I want to play. Mars. Randy, aren't you talking about cable? Yeah, but I want the control. Ugh. Phased later. Thanks for dropping by. Ugh. Chin, has Chrissy finished Bleach? I think she has. I don't know for sure, but I think that she has. All right. Let's see. Wow, guys, we're at 73 members. 75, we get a new emoji. Chin said we need a Batman anime. Wayne D. Bruce from Mars. Yeah. That reminds me, I need to get I need to put a Wayne D. Bruce emoji in the Discord. We just got to level 2 in the Discord, so we just got 50 extra emojis in there, which is awesome. It was like just this morning. All right. I'm gonna look at the rest of this chapter. I'm gonna like page through the chapter again. I'm gonna start like trying to think about early spoilers and things, because I know everybody wants the 1017. Although I mean, I really do think that we're getting 1017, 1018 like flashback, all of that. I think 1017 might end with the flashback, and then we go into it with 1018, come out with a cliffhanger or something. I don't know. It's just, with this being such a setup chapter and everything, I'm almost curious as if the act really is going to end on 1018 or not. You know, the people might be wrong. We might be getting a couple of more chapters before the act ends. I don't know. Proper DLC said stream topic: fathers in One Piece for Father's Day. We can talk about how pretty much every father in One Piece is trash. Now, one thing that's interesting to note, right, and the going back to the chapter, and this is going off of the people that I saw on Twitter that were suggesting that Toko could be the child of Orochi and Hiyori, right? And that's why Hiyori's so attached to Toko. If Sukiyaki is Hitetsu, then this is a man standing with his granddaughter, interestingly enough. Marios L joined the channel.
Another one.
Thank you, my friend. Welcome. Let's see. Yeah, so that puts us at 74. We get a new emoji at 75. Very motivated. Tite Kubo was forced to end Bleach? I didn't know that. That I didn't know. But I always felt that Bleach was one of those shows that just started without knowing what the ending was. So it just kind of seemed all over the place. So that when you have all of these things converging, it just doesn't go somewhere. The Rage 131 said, "What's this stream about?" So this stream is about chapter 1016 of One Piece. All right. And we're talking about some other things, but we're just having fun here. Audi Chun said, "This stream is about predicting One Piece with 90% accuracy."
Savage.
We got a new member, people.
Another one.
Broom, broom. Thank you for joining. That means we get a new emoji. All right. So you guys in the Discord, give me your suggestions. Is there something lacking for the YouTube emojis? I know we don't have a sad emoji or anything like that. Everything's like very hype. I don't know if we want one of those. Brandon King said, yeah, he was accused of being creepy to a couple of the women at the Jump offices, so they forced him to rush the ending and finish by a certain chapter. That's awful. Wow. Okay. Mario Gonzalez, thank you.
Another one.
Oh, one big dingus. Oh, we in here.
Another one.
Hey. Sad emoji. So everybody's saying the VV cry. There's also the Kaido, the Crido. When we get to the the in-between chapters, I want to put a big news Morgan's one and have a big news emoji. So I'll probably like drop one of the other emojis so that we're prepared for that. Evo said add Froggy to the stream. I do love the Froggy emoji. Mario is using those emojis. Heat on feet emoji. Yeah. Make Momo an emoji. Oh. The only Momo emoji I have would be the one where he's like, ah. So the people. Let's see. I'll add an emoji in a second. I just want to look more at this chapter here. So the people haven't seen the island coming yet. So that's going to happen soon. But I'm glad that we dropped back to see everybody happy, because that's about to switch. The CP0 scene. There's not much here in the CP0 scene to actually like theorize about. This is just a catch up. I just love that we finally had Usopp taking out a little girl again. Like Oda cannot help himself. He cannot help himself. Ulti's trash. All of this Nami stuff is great. Oda keeps cutting back to who's who, but like does not show us this fight. And I'm tired of it. So I think what's going to happen in 1017, I don't think we're going to start the flashback. I don't think we're going to start the chapter with Kaido and Yamato fighting more. I also think it's interesting that Kaido immediately went hybrid against his child. I think we're going to get updates on other stuff and then come back to this at the end like we've been doing, or midway through the chapter. Chen asks, Randy, Conjure a possible double agent? Conjure is dead, so it's over. Galaxy said that Hitetsu took off his wings and is in the capital. Are we sure that he doesn't have his wings on? Because, I mean, there's a certain element of the shadowing that could be the wings. But yeah, I mean, this is the first time. I mean, he said he could not go to the capital, and here's Hitetsu in the capital. So that's important. It's a great observation. Giovanni said CP0 is the narrator for Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. I mean, and they're playing Go too, right? So it's just tying into the Monocle Man is ate the Chimera Ant No Me, right? Enigma Sword.
Savage.
Clarification. Bleach ended because of Kubo's failing health, not creep accusations. He still works occasionally and puts out things like Burn the Witch. Okay, alright. So maybe people were just out there trying to slander his name. I can't speak to it either way, because I don't know. Lucy B said these accusations came up after him being outspoken about the cruel treatment of Shonen Jump's employees. Really? So he was fighting for the employees, and then the other employees are just like, well, you're one to talk, huh? I don't know. I don't really want to turn this into a Tite Kubo slander stream. You know, if he if the accusations are true and all of that, which now Enigma Sword is saying that they might not be, but other people are saying they are. I don't know. He's trash if they're true, and but there are always people out there that will slander someone for the fame also. Just different ways, not to deny anything. So, Gabe C.
Savage.
Power scaler voice. So, if Ulti can tank a hit from Big Mom, but come back and get taken out by Nami, that means Nami's Yonko level confirmed. Yeah. Right? Especially with the upgrade now. Might have to put that in the review. Yaru, am I late? Yeah, we've been going for a little bit here. Carrot got done bad. Yamato Straw Hat confirmed. I mean, kinda. Name of Sword, we really need a Power Scaler Randy stream. I mean, it would be, the stream would basically be people would have to like talk about a character, and then I'd have to just sort of like freestyle like a power scaling about the character. I don't know if I'm going to sit here and think about all of these different power scaling possibilities and all that. That's not really where my head goes with all of this stuff. It's funny though. It's funny though. All right. Whew, man. I'm probably going to end up wrapping the stream up pretty soon, but I think we're going to figure out the next emoji. Wait a second. Yep. It's open. We can put another emoji, guys. We got it. They gave it to us. see. What's the chat say? AJ. Gaimon turned down a chance to be Straw Hat because he was too powerful. Gaimon Gold D Roger level confirmed. King J. Randy, what Zeus said is that if Nami is still angry with him, he can't escape from the tact. He can remove his soul from the tact only if Big Mom helps him by removing his... now that makes sense. Yes, that lines up. So if Big Mom wants to take him out, that's how he can leave. He can't leave without Big Mom's power, meaning that, yes, Big Mom would have to be... If Nami wants Zeus out of the climate attack, Big Mom would have to do it. That's the only way for him to do it. But that he would only come out of the climate act if Nami forgave him. Yeah. All right. I'm looking at all of these emojis. One of the things that bothers me is how stingy YouTube is with the emojis. Like, we have a ridiculous amount of members. We have like 77 members right now. Never did I ever believe that this was possible. But we only get 13 emojis. And the next one is, we need 23 more members. Next one's at 100. All right. Don Quixote D. Joker said, pray for a Dofi emoji. You're not even a member, bro. Even if I made a Dofi emoji, you can't use it. But I'm not going to make a Doflamingo emoji. I don't even have a good Doflamingo emoji. Ryo said, it's honestly crazy how quickly we went from 16 to 75. Dude, yeah. In a month. In a month. Maxo said everybody wants to join the Heat On fleet.
Bro, look, he got the heat on feet, bro.
Ugh. Yeah, I'm caught up with the live chat now. Took me a bit, guys. Took me a bit. It's so hard just choosing one emoji. Like, I'm looking at all these emojis. I'm trying to figure it out. Because, like, I also, I always want to use the roll safe emoji when I'm, like, commenting. Because someone will put, like, a really good theory, and I, the thing that I always want to do is just go like this, roll safe. So I kind of want that, but it's not about necessarily what I want to have useful for me. I want things that are going to be useful for us in the streams as well. So I saw a lot of requests for VV Cry. So that's a top contender right now. We already have a lot of hype emojis. I did recently put a Stephen A. Smith emoji in the Discord with him wearing a hat, a straw hat. So, I don't know, at one point I'd like that. And then everybody can just put, it's about to be that time when the stream starts. That'd be funny. I love the idea of a big news Morgans emoji. I have that. A buggy emoji, I got a lot of great buggy emojis. Marcus said Usopp's swollen head emoji for big brain theories. You talking about the one from Drum? when Vivi slaps him awake. Giovanni Velez, Randy, side question. How chill is Lin-Manuel? Super chill. He's a great guy. Great guy. And he would take pictures with all of the kids that were in the movie and all of that. He's all about giving back to the community. He's great. Ryo, Vivi Think is another good one. I do like that. Yeah. Chin, you're right. We are the only YouTube channel with a Zorro pack emoji, I'm sure. Oh man. Oh, we got a new member. Ovadu Alexandru Parfine.
Another one.
Thanks for joining. And DJ Red Comet 369.
Savage.
Will CP0 make their move right after Luffy defeats Kaido? And will they show Rox's face in 1017 to 1019? Big news Morgan emoji, we support. Okay. So CP0's definitely going to wait until the end. You know, like, I've always thought that Big Mom is the Kuma of this arc, but CP0 probably is. And since Law did not run into CP0 on his way to Big Mom, it seems like Oda's saving them for something else, right? They're going to stay in the shadows. I mean, really, they're at the... and I've said this before, they're at the top rung of this Super Saga. You know what I'm saying? Like, CP0 is... They're like the true villains. They're right up there with Emu. They're right up there with the Admirals. Like, they're going to play a whole thing into the final war. This is about the Yonkos, but CP0 being there is what's going to tie us into the final war, into the final thing. So, I think that we will get a Rox reveal in Kaido's flashback if we start getting Rox information, because I think that Rox is going to be Kaido's, Mother Carmel, his Dr. Hirolook, his Corazon. Like, that's what Rox is going to be to the Kaido flashback. He's going to be the mentor figure that we follow through Kaido's perspective. Are there any emojis that we have in the channel that the members like aren't necessarily like feeling or whatever? I mean, I think our emojis are pretty great. But, there's so many emojis I want to add. There's so many I want to add. Like, this is tough, guys. All of them are great. Thanks, Marios. Ryo's not a big fan of Hyena Boys. I like that one. I mean, as far as like, it's a great one for me, but you know, I want it to be better for you guys also. The rejoice emoji, I love that just because, you know, I mean, that's part of the opening when we do the videos each week and all that. DJ Red Comet said, all Captain Randy does is win. MM, first time catching you live, just saying hi. Hey, welcome. Bellamy's in the chat. What would you guys use more? A thinking emoji or a sad emoji? You know, I mean, it's like... I mean, things have been sad, right? But most of the time, I don't know if things are always going to be sad. Enigma Sword showing love for Hyena Boys and Rejoice. AJ said, I miss Tinfoil Tama, but I'm just happy she gets an emoji. Well, I do have Tinfoil Law, which I like even more than Tinfoil Tama. All right. So here's the thing, guys, right? I'm gonna keep replacing the emojis. I'm gonna add an emoji. I'm gonna let you guys use it, and then we're gonna figure out which one we want. All right, we're gonna do this for like, you know, the next like 3 minutes or something. Okay. Let's see. All right. So Tinfoil Law is active right now. So try Law. Because I like that more than the Tinfoil Tama that I made. So let's see the laws in the chat. You know, that's for the Law is Sword crowd. Yaru Nani, people who like Bellamy exist? Yeah, we love Bellamy over here. Alright, Bellamy is like my favorite non-Straw Hat character. Okay. Joker, take that slander out of here. So that Law one is a possible, right, for all of our crackpot theories. Ryo said, "I like it more than Tinfoil Tama." Yeah, it's a better one than Tinfoil Tama. All right, now Big News is active, so try that. Okay. I'm definitely replacing something whenever we get to the act break with that one. So we're gonna get that eventually, no matter what. DJ Red Comet 369.
Savage.
How can anybody not respect Bellamy for surviving that punch to the face and changing his life? Facts. He's one of the best written characters in the series. And if you're denying that, you're lying to yourself. Okay? And eventually, yeah, I will make a Bellamy video. And I will bring the believer, I will make believers out of people. Alright. Because he's going to have an Act 3. He had his Act 1, he had his Act 2. He's going to have his Act 3. Enigma Sword said, I personally see no use for big news. So, yeah. Big news will probably just be better when, when we have the act break, because we'll be getting nothing but big news. So, I want to see the big news Morgan's emojis in the chat. Ryo's saying tinfoil law should stay. Barto emoji. I just, I'm doing this for the members because, obviously I want to thank you guys for your support and all that. And I want you guys to have emojis that you like. So. Alright, people are liking the Barto one. I just cut that today and put it on the Discord. About to be that time. The other thing too is like a lot of these I can switch in and out. So alright, so people are liking that. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna lose Rejoice. And we're gonna get Stephen A. Okay. And then people are saying that they really want the Barto, so we'll get that. I'm loving what's going on in the chat. I'm sorry for everybody that is watching us go through this if you're not interested in everything that's happening with the chat and all of that. But this is just we already talked about the chapter. We already did our spoilers. Now I'm just hanging out with everybody. So that's the VV Think one. Nerd Culture said, hi, Randy. Hi, welcome. No, we're keeping Steven. Steven's staying. Rejoice has been replaced. Rejoice has been replaced. So we're keeping Stephen A. Smith because that's how all of the videos start. And he's a legend. So that's not changing. That's not changing. All right, people like VV Think. But now, is VV Think better than VV Thumbs Up? Like, are we getting rid of VV Thumbs Up for VV Think? Okay. Do we need 2 VV emojis? I don't know. Like, that's my girl and all of that, but we don't know. Eva Warrior said, does Eddie know that Heat on Feet has become a meme on stream? He does. So I sent him a message. We were having a great back and forth on it. He's like, he was talking about that now he wants to make a song called Heat on Feet. Lucy B thinks VV Thinking is lame. All right. Enigma Sword thinks that VV Think is better than regular VV Thumbs Up. I don't want Rebecca Thumbs Up. You know, I'm not. It's not. Brandon King says both are good, but I think VV Think would be used more. I mean, VV Think is good for, a lot of theories and all of that, but, then there's also the law tinfoil, which is, also kind of doing the same thing. I'm definitely, like the savage, the 2 savage emojis and the win, and Roger, I think that they're safe. Like, they're not going anywhere. I could get rid of one of the emojis of me. I don't know. Oban Clay crying with the thumbs up. That is a good one. right. Let's see. I don't have a boa emoji. We don't even have a boa emoji on the Discord. This is turned into the emoji stream. All right, I'll get rid of Hyena Boys for now. I do really like Hyena Boys, but it seems like there's a lot more people that are against Hyena Boys. So I put the Barto one back. All right, but Hyena Boys might flip in every now and again because I like it for when I comment. You know, if someone says a good comment, I would just respond with Hyena Boys, like as in like me saying like, oh, that's cool, you know, good one. The Corazon peace emoji, I do like that one a lot. You know, freedom of speech and all of that, but Don Quixote D Joker, like, you just come in here and you just like try and slap me in the face, man, with all this Bellamy hate. Like, get out of here. Bellamy's a goat. Stop. All right. And you love Doflamingo so much, you should respect Bellamy for respecting Doflamingo. Like, you are literally Bellamy. You are pre-time skip Bellamy. That's who you are. Looking up to Doflamingo as much as you do, talking about Doflamingo as much as you do. Like, you don't like Bellamy because that's what you see when you're looking in the mirror, my man. You should love Bellamy. You should be like, I am Bellamy. But he respected your goat. So, how do people feel about the emojis now? Do we feel cool? Do we want to switch anything out for anything else that I put in? Are there any other emojis in the Discord that, you know, really are, you know, high in consideration on the table and all that? And we could take this up in the Discord and talk about it as well later on too. Don Quixote D. Bellamy. Mario said all the new emojis are great, but his favorite is Stephen A. Smith. All right. Oh yeah, I probably should drop this, right?
Savage.
You know we savage over here. You know that. That's why it's the tag. You want to come for me, you're going to get the savagery. I said tune into the savagery at 12:15. All right, well, it's 2:45 p.m. here on the East Coast, and the savagery continues. Yo, they're gonna be calling him Don Quixote the Bellamy in all the streams now. Damn. I roasted this man so hard that DJ Red Comet did a super chat to say Don Quixote de Bellamy bust life with the Stephen A. Oh, man. Very motivated said, what did I miss? You missed the big roast. Giovanni said Joker got packed up. Drop the packed up emojis. Drop the Zorro pack emojis, guys. Oh, man. All right. Pedro 6720. So, trying to get us back on track. I'm talking about 1016, you know, what the stream's really about. All right, the emoji stuff is done. I feel comfortable with where we are right now. You know, we can carry this conversation more into the Discord. So let's get back to let's get back on topic. Let's talk about the chapter. All right. So, my final thoughts on the chapter. I totally expected a setup chapter after everything that's been going on, all of the deaths, everything, to kind of carry us to 1018 if that's the end. You know, we don't know. Honestly, with everything that happened here, you know, we got to see how 1017's looking, and we won't see that for 2 weeks. Okay, I personally really enjoyed this chapter. It was not as good as, you know, you can't beat what was what we got the past 2 weeks. That was just iconic, you know, and to follow that up, like, you know, you can't expect another, you know, prime chapter. But the thing is, from a personal standpoint, I almost like this chapter more than the last two that we got, because these involve characters that I like more, that I like to see. You know, Usopp getting a win, Nami getting a win. You know, these are the W's that I want to see. Tama doing her thing. That's great. Okay, all of the Zeus stuff, like, I love when Usopp and Nami really shine. You know, that's what made 995 so great, right? Even though they weren't winning, there was so much shine put on those characters. And I'm a sucker for the characters that don't really get enough chapters dedicated to them. We're always getting chapters about Luffy. We're always getting chapters about Zoro. Sometimes we get chapters about Sanji, but rarely do we get chapters about Nami and Usopp. And that's what I appreciate here. Usopp has taken out Bao Wang. She's off the map. That's great. Ulti may be down for good. I would love to see it. You know? Like, it would honestly be excellent. Ulti probably is going to get back up because her durability is, like, unreal. But if this is finishing, right, then we might even get to the point where we start to see other people's fights start to finish. Because we need all of those other fights to finish before Luffy can beat Kaido, right? So now we may get the chapters where we're going to have Usu versus Jinbei leading up to him winning. Robin and Black Maria and Brooke, you know, leading up to them winning. Then everybody wins, Luffy gets back up top. Okay, then we can start seeing who the 9 shadows are going to be, or losing. Some of these people could still lose. All right. We got the packed up emojis. Pedro didn't mean to interrupt the party. Nah, we here. That's what we're here to do. You know, we're having our fun, but, you know, we're also talking about One Piece, and that's part of the fun too. Oda needs his break for health reasons. Yep, Giovanni. I didn't really care for this chapter. He said Zeus was good, but the rest was kind of meh. I feel this chapter moved the plot. You need these chapters. You need them. So. And we need these breaks too. You know, I know there's a lot of people, you know, especially people that, like, recently caught up, right? They don't know how to live with the breaks. They binge the whole series, and then, like, these breaks come, and it's like, yeah. But then there's, you know, a lot of us in the chat that have been dealing with this for years, decades. So, you know, a break is a break. You know, this is what we expect. Wow, trying to catch me in like 4K AK over here. You're a sucker for characters that don't get enough chapters dedicated to them? Damn, I didn't know you were a carrot stan.
Savage.
Look, here's the thing. When Carrot actually gets that moment that all Carrot stans are waiting for, that certified win, I'm going to be right there with you guys. Okay? Because I do want to see it. I need to see what everybody that likes Carrot sees. You know, Carrot had some good moments, and, you know, and honestly, I was even rereading Zoe the other day, and, you know, it's like, one of the requirements of being, you know, of joining the crew, right, is like you have to be like the first person that they meet on the island most of the time. There are some outliers, right? You know, Frankie wasn't the first person that they met, but you know, like Tama was the first person that they met here, and Tama's structure mirrors Carrot's, right? Carrot was the first person that they met on Zoe. She came through, attacked Zoro, all of that. But then Carrot was kind of just relegated to a background character. Like, you can read Zoe and, like, you know, that's the twist of the beginning of Whole Cake Island, that Carrot actually, like, gets onto the ship. Because if you go back and you reread Zoe, other than the first chapter, she has, like, maybe 2 other lines, and she's just in the background of everything. And then she shows up on the ship. So I think Oda's intention was to have, you know, Carrot join or anything like that, but I don't know if that's the case anymore, because Oda just isn't giving Carrot the same amount of time that he's giving Yamato, that he's giving Momo, that he's giving Tama. So could she join? Yes, but she needs those wins, and right now she's just catching a lot of L's, and that's going to make the win sweeter. You know, she was 8 in the character poll, so Oda's definitely going to give her something to do that's going to be great. And I'm here for it. I'm waiting for it. But until then, you know, it's like I need that Carrot moment with Tama. Not Carrot moment with Zoro. You know, like, other than attacking him in Zoe, like, Carrot and Zoro haven't had a like a meaningful interaction. And I think that, you know, anybody that joins the crew, for the most part, needs Zoro's approval. And, you know, I want more Zoro and Jinbei too. But Carrot, being with us for 200 chapters, it's sort of embarrassing how little she's interacted with the other members of the crew that didn't go to Whole Cake Island. So, and that's on Oda. Pedro said, I want Jinbei and Robin chapters next. Speaking of the choir. Yep. Yamil said, although Nami and company have gotten a lot of chapters on Onigashima, and I'm loving all of it. Loving all of it. Very motivated. Elbaf and Laugh-Tale are going to be Usopp and Nami's time to shine. Nami more so on the way to get there, right? Because she's going to be the one that's going to navigate them to it. And Laugh-Tale is going to really be Robin's time to shine, I believe. Elbaf, Usopp for sure. And I'm just excited because Vivi's storyline is tied into Elbaf as well, with her being there in Little Garden and, you know, being among the first people to meet the Giants as well. So I'm expecting her to be there. Galaxy said, hearing Randy say that he's been reading for decades make me feel young. Yeah, I mean, I think next year I think next year I'll actually like officially make it 2 decades. Like I'm like pretty sure I'm well into my 19th year, entering 20 years of One Piece. Let's see. Something that I've never seen in One Piece that I loved in Dragon Ball is a villain getting rid of the mainland side characters. Except for Kuma and Shibandi, I would like to see something like that. What's an example from Dragon Ball that you're thinking of there, so I can kind of put it into the One Piece perspective? Pedro. Let's see. Viswa said carrot for grass. Emil Diaz, carrot saved the crew against Daifuku's fleet. Yeah, and it was a great moment. Whew. All right. We're getting still have 200 people in here, which is wild. But I think I'm gonna end the stream in the next like 2 minutes here, guys. I want to thank everybody, for the continued support. I want to thank all the new members. We got a new emoji. We're past 75 members. We're like 77 now, which is just wild. Next emoji's at 100. If we can actually get 100 members, that I can't even imagine. Like that's Eva Warrior said, me before the stream. This is probably going to be a shorter stream, 3 hours later. Yeah. And you know what? After I read the chapter, I was like, you know what? I think this is going to be a shorter stream because I was like, I don't know if I have that much to talk about. And then sure enough, 2.5 hours later, although we did spend like a half hour talking about emojis. So, the stream was ready to end at like 2 hours. And then it was like, all right, members, let's figure out the emoji. Yeah. We got a bunch of new members that joined. When you become a member, it opens a little area on YouTube where I see comments that you may not have, that I may have missed over the many months and all of that. So I like to go in and, heart those. So new members, you might get notifications from me from, like many months ago and all of that. That's part of the priority commenting and all that. But you guys are awesome. Like, I really look forward to doing all of these. And, man, it's, I don't know what the break week stream is going to be. Might just be like a quick hangout thing. I don't know if I want to do anything too long. It's probably it's actually for the best that it's a break this week because my mom's coming to visit me. So, I do enjoy hanging out with you guys. So if we can come up with a cool stream idea, I'm gonna utilize the opportunity for my mom being here also, while she can take care of Mars. We might be able to do something with Chrissy and I actually. Have mom watch Mars for a bit, and then we can do a me and Chrissy stream. So that's actually that might be what I do. do a dual stream, me and Chrissy. So then we'll think about things that Chrissy and I can do together. So that'll be fun. And yeah. I'm also going to try and record some stuff while Mom's here. This is just going to be easier. So then we'll have more videos to come out. I have a bunch of stuff that I have to edit still. Live action part 6 was shot. And then I talked about it before. We did a thing, me and Chrissy, where we talked about our favorite Straw Hats and like ranked them. So that'll come out. And, AJ, thanks.
Savage.
He said, dude, you do enough. Just enjoy Father's Day. Take your mom out to dinner with the super chats. Oh, trust me, I will. So thank you guys. You know, that's exactly where it's going. And appreciate everybody for, you know, saying enjoy the Father's Day. But I also want you to know, AJ, that I actually really do enjoy doing this. You know, like this is fun for me. You know, it's like, and I've said it before, but I wish I did it sooner. You know, I always had, like, I had cameras, I had all of this stuff and everything, and like, I could have been talking about One Piece for years, and it's like, it's almost like a form of therapy, really. Like, I actually get to get out my thoughts and all of that. I come to hang out with you guys, and I don't know. It's just fun. It's fun. I like it. I like it. You know, I was that kid when I was a kid that, you know, if I liked a show, if you didn't like it, I'd sit there and tell you all about it and talk about it and like, oh, well, there's this character, and the other people would be like, okay. And then Batman did what? So, you know, now I feel like I'm doing that here, but people actually know what I'm talking about and can contribute. So it's, I don't know, it's just fun. It's fun. I like it. Galaxy said, Randy, if you did it sooner, some of us wouldn't be alive.
Savage.
Yeah. Very Motivated said, it's your choice to stream or rest. Randy, we're going to be here tonight. Yeah, so, you know, I'll be... Maxo said, make sure you get some solid family time. Oh, we are. Like, you know, we got to... We're renting a car. I used to have a car, but I sold it well before the pandemic because since I live in New York, I was always taking public transit. But when Mom's here, we were renting a car, and we're going to drive around, and we're going to see other family members, you know, during the week and all that. But we have to come back because Chrissy has a cat, so, you know, we got to feed the cat and all of that. So, you know, in between things, we'll be coming back, and that's when I could probably do a stream or something. So there's going to be plenty of family time to be had, and my mom's going to be here the whole month. So I'm really, really excited. She's going to be here to the end of June. So it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Chin said, Chrissy theories. What's that? Roberto said, it's fun for us to watch you talk. You make my Friday afternoons fly while I work from home. Oh, that's cool, man. You know? I start talking to you guys, and I don't even realize how long the time goes. You know, it's got 2 hours and 45 minutes, but I'm starting to get hungry, so I'm gonna go and eat something. Enigma Sword said, Captain Randy and the W Pirates. Yeah, this is good. And I don't like these to go too long because I know Chin's in China and it's, you know, 3 a.m. for him, and you know, I want this man to sleep. Yeah. Everybody's using the Barto emoji. Yeah. AJ said those of us in our 30s will remember that insult. Which insult? I didn't see it. Joker just said, I realize you're wearing a Ninja Turtle shirt. Sure am, you know, certified drip all day. Shout out to Raphael. He's cool but rude. Alright, so Bernardo said, since you started streaming the chapters Friday, it's been way more awesome. That's cool. So many people were telling me to do this, and honestly, this is the best suggestion that everybody had. Chin said, I'm not from China though. Oh, sorry, man. I thought you were, based on the time difference. So that's what I get for assuming. Pedro said, once your schedule goes back to normal, will you stream on Friday? So, like, once, you know, things are really clearer from the pandemic and I go back to work, like, streams will probably move to the weekend. Although, I really don't like the idea of not reading the chapter all Friday. But, you know, we'll tackle that when we're there. Chen said stream on Saturday next week. Depends. It might be Friday. We'll see what happens. I got to see what my schedule is going to be with, you know, everything with mom and all that, and where we're going and bouncing around, because we're going to go to different states and stuff, and then we're going to come back, and there's going to be a lot of moving going on. So I'll keep everybody posted with a community post. I'll keep everybody posted on the Discord. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna end things here, guys. I'll keep everybody, you know, we'll keep the conversation going in the Discord. We'll keep the conversation going in the comments. Like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. That's what the button's there for. And Galaxy said I could see Randy's One Piece addiction. Dude, can't wait one day. It's hard enough. You know, the chapter drops at like 4 in the morning, and I wait until 12. And I'm up at like 5 in the morning now. But I don't, you know, I like to let everything breathe and have it be, you know, a convenient time for a lot of time zones. So, okay. Giovanni, do you know anything about the release of the live action, when it'll come out? I do not. But if I had to guess, you're not going to see anything until fourth quarter next year, okay? Because it hasn't started production yet. So, you know, say hypothetically, they go into production later this year. They still have to edit everything, you know, September, October, November, December next year. That's either when we're going to get it, or that might even be when we see a trailer. So. All right, guys. Thanks again. This time I'm really ending. All right, guys. Later. Sanji is not getting packed up next chapter. No.